Diddy's right-hand man, woman, Kristina Khorram, has been found and is speaking out after she's been named in multiple civil lawsuits, saying that she was the right hand to Diddy and his dirty deeds.
Here we go now.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So one of the most resounding questions that we've gotten is an update on an original video that we did several months ago about Kristina Kuram, who was named in Little Rod's lawsuit, basically saying that she was the Jaslane to Diddy's Epstein. And we hadn't heard anything from her. There was speculation that she was working with the Southern District of New York for Diddy's upcoming trial. According to The Hollywood Reporter, it looks as if she's speaking out, but also confirming that she's no longer working with Sean Diddy Combs. So according to The Hollywood Reporter's report, they said, Sean Diddy Combs' chief of staff at Bad Boy Entertainment, Kristina Kuram, has broken her silence after being named in at least 3 civil lawsuits alongside her former boss that involved trafficking and racketeering conspiracy, claiming that she is innocent. Kuram, who's 38 years old, worked alongside the rap mogul for over a decade and has been described by the beleaguered billionaire fashion and music icon as her, quote, right-hand woman. Known as KK, she started working for Diddy in 2013 as a senior executive at Combs Enterprises. By 2020, Kuram was his chief of staff and had grown so close to Combs that on the day his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, first filed the lawsuit that brought his life crashing down, she was photographed alongside him in Miami. They continue. They said on Wednesday, months after Kuram was named in 3 of a dozen civil lawsuits filed against Combs since his September arrest in New York on trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution charges, the now former Bad Boy boss is speaking out to flat out deny all accusations. For months, horrific accusations have been made about me in various lawsuits regarding my former boss, Kuram said in a statement sent to Rolling Stone. These false allegations of my involvement are causing irreparable and incalculable damage to my reputation and the emotional well-being of myself and my family. I have never condoned or aided and abetted in the SA of anyone, nor have I ever drugged anyone. If you saw the Max documentary, like 4-part documentary that they did, a former assistant that reported to Kristina Kuram, KK, claimed that she also was a part of putting together these freak offs and would order him to do things, including clean up after these events. He provided in this documentary actual voice notes and receipts, voice notes from Diddy. She says, the idea that I could be accused of playing a role or even being a bystander to the R of anyone is beyond upsetting, disturbing, and unthinkable, Kuram added in the statement. That is not who I am, and my heart goes out to all victims of SA. I am confident that the allegations against me will be proven to be untrue. In a 2021, a Facebook post from Combs sang her praises as controlling all aspects of his life. And you remember when we did our original video, I said, I wonder if that was him sort of publicly throwing her under the bus. KK keeps everything in my life and my business running, he wrote. She's been my right hand for the last 8 years and has consistently proven to execute and get ish done. Don't know how I'd function without her. The allegations against Kuram began with the March addition to the civil complaint filed by Rodney Little Rod Jones. In February, the producer claimed that Kuram was a Jaslane Maxwell to Sean Diddy Combs' Jeffrey Epstein in his sexual harassment and assault lawsuit against the music executive. Jones alleged that throughout the making of his 2023 album, the Love album Off the Grid, Combs made sexual advances on him, including groping his buttocks and genitals. In February of 2024, Jones claimed that Kuram was the Jaslane Maxwell to Sean Combs' Jeffrey Epstein in an addendum to his sexual harassment and assault lawsuit against the music executive. When Jones went to Kuram with his complaint, he says that he was told by Kuram Sean will be Sean and attempted to downplay Mr. Combs' groping as friendly horseplay, stating that those acts were Mr. Combs' way of showing that he likes you. Kuram allegedly required Combs' employees to carry a crossbody bag that contained all kinds of illegal drugs for a variety of illicit substances that she allegedly ordered and distributed, including cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, marijuana gummies, and Tucci, a pink drug that is a combination of ecstasy and cocaine, Jones's lawsuit states. An attorney for Combs previously denied Jones's claims, calling them pure fiction, a shameless attempt to create a media hype and extract a quick settlement. A rep for the mogul pointed out the fact that Jones sought funds via a GoFundMe page before filing his complaint seeking a massive settlement. Phil Pines, who I mentioned that was a part of the documentary, was also an assistant to Diddy. Phil Pines, Diddy's former assistant who filed a sexual harassment and battery lawsuit in December against the mogul, also drops her name in his filing. Kuram, to whom Pines reported, told him never to speak about unwanted touching from Combs and warned of repercussions if he did, his lawsuit claimed. Pines was also tasked with and sworn to secrecy about Combs' alleged Wild King Night. So according to Pine, they weren't called freak-offs. To him, they were called Wild King Night parties involving elaborate sexual encounters with women that left rooms he'd have to clean up with terrible conditions he described as wreckage. Kuram was also named in a third essay lawsuit brought against Combs by a San Francisco woman. That case was filed in October, and the mogul has denied the accusations in the suit are true. The Hollywood Reporter reached out to Combs Global for comment. Combs' federal trial will begin in May in the Southern District of New York. Until then, he will remain jailed at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. The mogul has pled not guilty to all charges that he's facing. You also know that he had to go into court. I think it was last Friday. It's almost a week ago that he had to go into court to plead not guilty to a new charges that was brought a part of this indictment. So I was not ready when I saw this alert because a lot of people have been asking, where is Kristina Kuram? Is she still working for Diddy behind the scenes? When did she stop working for Diddy? Was it after he was arrested? There's also been a lot of speculation on whether or not she has been working with the Southern District of New York. The Southern District of New York has received a lot of information. There's a lot of information that Diddy's legal team has had to go through in preparation for this trial in May. But the reason why there were additional charges against Diddy was because there were more witnesses that had come forward. The thing is, I'm wondering with the civil lawsuits, which is part of what triggered the Southern District of New York doing what they've done when it comes to Diddy, if I'm wondering, because I don't know for a fact, but part of me says there's no way that they have not reached out to the person that Diddy has claimed to be his right-hand woman that makes his life function. That exposure is a huge liability. I know she's angry at these lawsuits and what it's depicted her out to be, but you also were involved with a man no matter what. There's a lot of speculation out there, but there's also a lot of proof that's been in front of our eyes for a very long time, even in recent years, including the Cassie lawsuit and the Cassie video, which they're also trying to get thrown out of court. Guys, as always, I want to know your thoughts on what Kristina Kuram, Diddy's once right-hand woman, had to say in her most recent statement. Let's continue this conversation in the comments section. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
Here we go now.